Happy Sunday, everybody. Be prepared. No, I mean it. The lesson today is about being prepared. Here's Mrs. Bodecker to read the lesson.
A reading from the Gospel according to St. Matthew. Jesus said, God's kingdom is like this. 10 bridesmaids took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. There were 5 smart girls and 5 foolish girls. The foolish ones took their lamps, but no oil to put in them. The smart girls took oil so they could light their lamps. The night was long, and the bridegroom wasn't showing up, so they all fell asleep. At midnight, he finally showed up. The girls without oil said to the smart girls, "Give us some of your oil so we can see." But the smart girls replied, "No, there isn't enough for all of us. Go get some for yourselves from the dealers." While the foolish ones were out buying the oil they should have brought with them, the bridegroom came and took the smart girls into the wedding and then shut the door. Finally, the foolish girls got some oil and came back to the wedding. They knocked on the door and said, "Let us in!" But they heard the reply, "Sorry, too late." The point of this story is that you need to be prepared and you need to stay awake because you just don't know what will happen or when it will happen. The Gospel of the Lord.
A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, the parable of the 10 bridesmaids. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids, who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but did not take any oil with them. The wise, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out and meet him." Then all the bridesmaids woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both of us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The bridesmaids who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Sir, sir," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "I tell you the truth, I don't know you. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour."
Hey guys, I'm Mrs. Latta. I am one of the other 5th grade Sunday school teachers, and we are really missing you guys this year and can't wait to get back together in our classroom. Just a minute ago, Mrs. Radford was packing and preparing to go somewhere. Did you know that when Jesus died on the cross and went to heaven, he told us that he would come back again one day for us? Will you be prepared when he does? In the Bible, we read about a time when Jesus was teaching people to get ready for when he comes back. To help them to understand about getting ready, he told a parable. A parable is a story that helps people understand something very important. This parable explains how it will be when Jesus comes again. We do not know the day or the time when Jesus will come back. We should always love God and obey him, so we will be ready whenever he does come. We want to be ready to go with Jesus to heaven. Are you ready? So when do you think that will happen? Will it be today or tomorrow or even 20 years from now? No one really knows, but we do know that Jesus told us to be ready. How do we get ready for Jesus to come back? Well, we get ready for Jesus by obeying God and by loving others. Are you ready? Will you be ready for him to come back and get you? Now we're going to make lanterns just like the bridesmaids carried in the parable. So look in your Sunday school packet and you should find your supplies. And we're going to start with a piece of construction paper. We're going to take some scissors and cut at the end, the short end, maybe about 1 inch wide, one strip. And cut it all the way off and set it to the side. We'll come back to it. Then you're going to take your construction paper and fold it in half long ways. You're going to point the paper so the folded edge is closest to you, and then take your scissors and start cutting strips again. This time you're not going to cut all the way through. It will stay attached at the opposite end. You can make these any size you want. Maybe I'm doing about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. You're going to keep repeating all the way the full length of the paper. All right, one more. Then you're going to open your paper and you're going to close it together this way. And I believe you have a glue stick that you can attach it at both ends, at the top and the bottom. I have a stapler here, so I'm just going to staple mine at the top and at the bottom. And this is going to form the base of your lantern. Now all we have to do is connect the handle. So take the strip that we cut earlier and attach it to one side, and again you can glue it or tape it or staple it. And you're going to bend it over and do the edge on the other side. Now you have a lamp to put in your room to always remember this parable.
Boy, those bridesmaids and those guests sure had to wait a long time for the bridegroom to arrive. And now that the wedding is over, it's time for the celebration. One of my favorite parts of the celebration is cake. So if you look back in your packet, you will find some mini cakes and some sprinkles. I hope that you will enjoy decorating them with the sprinkles. If you'd like to add anything else from home, feel free to do so. And enjoy your cake.